Stop. Just stop. I know I'm not the only one that has told you bagging a destroyer is only hurting your disc golf game, but I hope I'm the last. The Innova Destroyer is often regarded as the most popular disc on the market. Now, I don't know if that's true. However, over my disc golf years, I have noticed that it is up there in terms of discs I see bagged the most. It also happens to fall under the category of discs that I think players shouldn't be throwing, which is the inspiration of this video. I would like to clarify in no way is this video supposed to make fun of anyone or make them feel bad about their game, rather be a friendly push to start taking your disc golf game more seriously, especially if you're trying to see improvements. If you're confused about why I'm hating on the Destroyer, let me fill you in quick. That sounded weird. I actually love the Destroyer. It's my favorite mold and I bagged 7 of them. No, that's not a joke, and now that I'm saying it out loud, maybe I do have a problem. I remember when I just started playing disc golf, watching Paul McBeth take down the European Open on Spin TV for the 15th time. All I wanted to be was like Paul. And what was the first step of that? Buying the disc that I saw him throwing on coverage. I would look through all sorts of used bins at my local Play It Again Sports, hoping one day I can get my hands on it. It's crazy to think that a few years ago, it was hard to find a disc as common as a Destroyer, when now it feels like I can go to a local course and find the widest selection of discs. It's so cool seeing how disc golf has grown. But when I eventually did strike gold, I was excited more than ever. Took it right on the course, eager to finally be able to throw 500 feet like all the pros. More importantly, like McBeth. And to my surprise, after my first throw, it went shorter than my other drives. Confused, I continued to give it a shot, only again for this disc to fade quickly out my hand. Am I doing something wrong? Is the disc broken? Questions rapidly filled my mind. I was in complete disbelief until I learned the proper way to throw it. Full power Anheuser forehand. Of course, that's not the ideal way of throwing a Destroyer unless your name is Disc Golf Jesus. But that did not stop me, so I thought maybe I should help other disc golfers not make the same mistake. We gotta remember the Destroyer was originally designed as the first power disc from Innova that would handle untold power. For starters, if you don't think you have pro level power, there's a sign to move on. If you're confused if you have pro level distance or not, ask yourself if you can throw a Destroyer at 500 feet. If you answered no, you probably shouldn't be throwing a Destroyer. Now, there are cases to throw it. I get it. And if you're going to angrily comment behind your keyboard, will I use my Destroyer for strong headwind drives? At least that's how I assume you guys sound. Sure, that's awesome, but clearly not what I'm referring to in this video. Of course, we can think of specific shot that discs are useful for. That's why so many people bag tilts, glitches, and anything dynamic. But what I'm saying is that there are discs out there that can probably work better for your arm speed, resulting in a much longer distance. I'm sure that caught your attention, so here are a few recommendations that I think help disc golfers go from that 400-foot mark and beyond. I always suggest the Wraith, because to me, it's like a slower arm player throwing a Wraith is similar flight to a faster arm player throwing a Destroyer. If you need even more turn to get longer flights, check out the Turn. It's so understable that I think players who are averaging around 300 feet can find good use of this disc for their next max distance. If you're catching the theme here, it's more understable is better. I'm not even one of those people who say you should go down in speed, because in no way are you going to listen to that. So I just say go flippy. The flippiest end of a driver I would recommend if you can get anything to turn and need something to hold that turn for longer in its flight is a Mamba. Not sure how many discs have a -5 turn, but if it's not flipping, I suggest getting your hands on one of these. If you want something you can bomb that's flippy out of the box, you need yourself a Clash Discs Honey. I can go on and on about this disc, but honestly, you just need to get one to experience the greatness for yourself. You won't be disappointed, I promise. If you want more suggestions that are more obscure, drop a comment and I can give you my most underrated distance drivers. But for real, guys, the Destroyer is an enticing disc when the pros throw it, but sometimes we have to let our ego go and realize we aren't capable of that. And remember, the answer you've been looking for is always flippy. Don't forget that.